Hi everybody, welcome to Von Cupcake Yoga. I'm your host Gretchen, and today we're going to do a nice lower back release. If you got some lower back pain, this is the one for you. Today in our practice, we're going to use blocks. Anything roughly this shape or size is going to do. And anything I tell you today is a suggestion and not a command. Make any natural movements for yourself that feels better. If something doesn't feel right, back out of it and find something that does. I'll offer you lots of options, but listen to yourself, listen to your own body, and pay attention to what it says. So we're going to start seated, guys, today, and I have these blocks, and I'm going to come to sit on my block. So I'm going to just bring my block to a seat and come to sit down on top of it. This elevates my hips and allows a little bit more hip mobility for me. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to bring our legs to crisscross applesauce right now, but we're going to extend them later. And if you feel just like you would rather just go ahead and extend them out now, you absolutely can, but we're going to do it later. And we're just going to sit up nice and tall here on our blocks, extending up through the crown of our head, bringing our shoulders back and down. Maybe our hands are on our knees, and maybe we close down our eyes. We start to breathe. Inhale through your nose, and exhale through your nose. Making no changes, only observing your breath as it comes in through your nose. Maybe your chest gently rises, maybe your belly gently expands. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Set yourself an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's a self-love. Inhale, I am loved. Exhale what came before. On your next exhale, roll that chin to your chest. Let your head feel heavy. Keeping those shoulders back and down, just let that head just melt forward. You should feel a nice stretch up the back of your neck, maybe even to the tops of your shoulders. Big breath in, and on your exhale, roll your right ear over your right shoulder. Let this left shoulder feel heavy. Maybe we release this left hand down to the mat. Maybe we extend that left hand out to the side. Point your chin in a couple different directions. Find a really nice juicy neck stretch just for you. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Allow gravity to slowly open. Inhale to renew. Exhale to release. Let it go. On your next exhale, gently release. Roll that chin to your chest. Bring that hand back to your knee. Take a full cycle of breath here. Inhaling fully and exhaling fully. On your next exhale, roll that left ear to that left shoulder. Breathe into your body. Let that right shoulder feel heavy. Maybe we bring that right hand down. We can walk those fingers out, or we can extend them out. Point your chin in a couple different directions. Find that juicy goodness just for you. And inhale fully. And exhale fully. Let it go. Allow gravity to gently open as you breathe in. Exhale to release. On your next exhale, gently release. Roll that chin to your chest. Start to dramatically shake your head no, kind of moving in a side-to-side motion as we gently exaggerate like an elephant's head as it turns from side to side. No, I will not accept other people's opinions of me as fact. No, I will not say bad things about myself because I am awesome and I deserve love. Slowly return to stillness and slowly bring your head back up to center. Shoulders back and down, extending up through the crown of your head. Hello, my friends. Inhale both those arms up, reaching, spreading those fingers nice and wide. Bring this right hand down, this left hand up and over. Find a side body stretch here. Press this left hip down as we reach this left hand up, opening up those ribs, kind of like an accordion. Big breath in, expand your accordion. Exhale fully, let it go. Big breath in, expand those ribs. Exhale, tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up to center. Inhale those arms up. We're going to go to the other side here. Left hand down, right hand over. Press this right hip down as we reach that right hand. Inhale, expand those ribs like an accordion. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Let it go. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up to center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale those arms down. Inhale those arms up. Exhale those arms down. Extend those legs out as wide as feels comfortable for you. Maybe those feet are splayed out to the side. Wiggle around on these blocks a little bit. Make sure you can feel your sitting bones engaging with those blocks. And if you can't, move that juicy goodness out from behind you so you can really feel yourself connected to those blocks. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale both those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring those hands down to the mat. Sink that chest down forward, bringing your shoulders back and down, keeping that back nice and flat. Maybe we bring our chin to our chest. Take a couple moments and breathe here. Melt that chest down, gently leaning forward. Now, this is our first time doing it, so don't push yourself any further. We're going to do it again. And start to walk those hands over towards that left leg, bringing those hands to frame that left leg, bringing those shoulders away from your ears, make that back feel nice and flat. And then maybe we exhale, fold forward just a little bit. Those hands can come to our shins or they can stay at rest on each side of that leg. Take a breath here, let it go. Bring this left hand to the inside of this left ankle. Extend this right hand back behind you and then up and over. Find a side body stretch here. Breathe into those little muscles between your ribs. Exhale, let it go. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up to center. Now, we're going to do this again. And if you have a bit of a belly and you need a little more hip mobility, press your belly towards the center. That's going to open up these hips a little bit more. So try that. And let's do it again. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Now, if you tried that little trick, you might find that you can go a little deeper here. So just enjoy that. Let that chest feel heavy as you gently lean forward. Bring your chin to your chest. Maybe walk your fingertips out a little bit, whatever feels right for you. Breathe into your body. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Start to walk your hands over to the right side. Bring your hands to frame that right leg. Pulling those shoulders away from your ears. Make that back feel nice and flat. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward. Maybe we come into a little fold here. And maybe we bring this right hand to the inside of our right ankle, extending this left hand back and up and over. Find a side body stretch here. Inhaling fully and exhaling fully. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up to center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe we can walk those fingers forward. Maybe we can sink our heart down a little lower. Maybe we can't, and that's okay. But take a few more breaths here. Let it go. Start to walk those hands back. Nice and slow, nice and easy. And then we're going to bring the soles of our feet together to touch. Keeping those knees nice and wide. If you got some belly, you can press your belly towards the inside. That's going to give you a little more hip mobility. Make sure you're wiggling a little bit on these blocks. Make sure we can feel those sitting bones connected to the blocks. Inhale, both those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Now these hands, they can come to the floor in front of you. They can come around your feet, around your ankles, around your knees, around your shins. Whatever feels right for you. Bring those shoulders away from your ears as you lean forward, melting your heart forward, sending that breath right to those areas that are talking to you. Breathe into your body. Let it go. Big breath in. Exhale, melt further down. Big breath in. Release. Let it go. Start to slowly walk those hands back. And then we're just going to go to our tabletop posture. That's our hands and the knees. So we're going to come off of our block. And we're going to go to hands and knees and bring our blocks up to the top of our mat so they are there for us. And we're going to come to our tabletop posture. So our knees are going to be right underneath our hips and our hands are going to be right underneath of our shoulders. Spreading your fingers nice and wide. Take time here. Press your thumbs and your pointers and your middle fingers and your ring fingers and your pinky fingers into the mat. Grip that mat. Big breath in. Exhale. Sink those hips back. A little bit of a child's pose here. Inhale fully. Come on back up to your tabletop. We're going into our cat posture here. So we're going to round that spine up towards the ceiling, bringing our chin to our chest and tucking our tailbone, emulating a Halloween cat. Exhale fully. Let that heart drop down. Let it go. Inhale fully, round that spine up towards the ceiling, tucking that chin, tucking that tailbone. Exhale fully, sink that belly down, shine that heart forward, cow pose. Let's do a couple cat-cows here. In our breath, inhaling into one posture and exhaling into the other posture. And maybe take some natural movements here. Maybe when we're in our cat posture, it feels good to sink those hips back a little bit. It might feel good to dip one shoulder and dip the other shoulder. And then maybe we slide forward into our cow posture, keeping our shoulders back and down. Maybe it feels good to sway our hips and shake our head no. Breathing into your body, finding that cat pose, finding that cow pose. Coming to your stillness here. Shoulders are back and down. We're going to keep these hips elevated as we walk our hands forward, lowering our heart down towards the mat, extending our arms, letting our chest drop down, letting our head drop down. This version of puppy pose is a great lower back release. Breathe into your body. Slowly slide that body forward. Coming into a Sphinx pose, lowering those hips down, bringing those elbows beneath your shoulders, and extending your heart forward. We look up here, Sphinx pose. Take a few moments and breathe here. Settling into your Sphinx pose, letting your heart shine forward, keeping your shoulders back and down. Exhale, lower down. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck those toes. Press into those knees. Press into those hands. Come on up to your tabletop posture. And then sink those hips back to a child's pose this time. And let's walk our hands over to the right-hand side of our mat, sinking our hips down to the left. Little side body stretch here. Let's walk our hands to the center, coming back to our tabletop. And then walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Sink your hips down to the right. Come on back up. Finding your postures. Come back to your tabletop posture. And then let's bring this right leg forward. Sinking those hips down nice and low. Bring those hands to blocks. And we're looking to open up that psoas muscle. That's a little muscle right in the front of our hips right there. That little guy right there is the culprit for lots of lower back pain. So take a moment, let that heart sink down, making sure that our knee is not extended over our ankle, but we want to scoop those hips down and low, bringing our hands to our blocks. Or maybe we can extend our arms up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale fully. Bringing those hands down to your blocks. We're going to press into this front foot and start to straighten this front knee. Letting those toes lift up off the mat as we sink our hips down. You can always walk those hands a little closer to your hips. Make that back feel nice and flat. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Wonderful. Bend into that front knee. We're going to shift that body forward once again to our low lunge. One more full big breath in that low lunge. And then we're going to press into these blocks. And then we're going to bring this left foot back to meet the right. Sink those hips back just for a moment. And then we're just going to switch sides. So bring this right foot forward, scooping those hips down and low. And making sure this knee doesn't extend over this ankle. So if we got to walk those toes up a little bit, we can. You want to scoop them hips down and low. Your hands can come to your blocks. Bringing those shoulders back and down. Shine that heart forward. Breathe right into that little muscle in the front of your hips. Send it the love it needs. Give your body permission to let go. Start to press into this front foot. Start to straighten that front leg. Let those toes slip off the mat. Maybe we bring our hands a little closer to our hips. Bring our shoulders back and down. Big breath in. Fold forward. Breathe into that body. You should feel a nice stretch up the back of your leg. Start to bend into that front knee. Start to shift that body forward once again, bringing those hands to frame that front foot. Shine that heart forward. Melt that little psoas muscle open. Tell them let go. Give them permission. And then press into those blocks and bring this right foot back to meet the left. Coming back to our tabletop posture here. Beautiful. Now, find that tabletop. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Tuck those toes. Big breath in. Press into those hands. Press into those feet. Lift those hips. Find that down dog here. Pedal out that dog. And then walk your hands towards the back of your mat. Coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Those feet should be about hip width distance apart, or maybe even a little wider. Maybe there's a little bend in your knee. Maybe your arms are hanging nice and low. Bending into those knees, roll that spine up one vertebrae at a time, stacking them until you find your way up to your mountain pose at the back of your mat. Bringing those shoulders back and down, shining that heart forward. And release. We are going to come to face the long edge of our mat and stand nice and wide. Those toes are going to be pointed out towards the outer corners of your mat, and stand just as wide as is comfortable. If you don't want to stand wider than you're comfortable, your balance will be off. And make sure you have a block nearby, just in case you need it. I like to have a block nearby. So we're going to inhale both those arms up, big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, folding forward here. And we're just going to come about halfway down and then bring our hands to our blocks. So as we've got our hands on our blocks, we're going to put a very slight bend in our knees so we don't lock our knees. And then let that heart just continue to melt down, taking your time and breathing, letting gravity do its thing. And maybe the block doesn't have to be on the highest setting anymore. Maybe you don't need the block anymore. Whichever, maybe you still need the block, and that's okay. Start to walk those hands back as you deepen your fold, releasing your head down. Walk those hands over towards the left-handed side of your mat, towards that left foot. You have blocks. You can always bring your hand to a block if you need to. Big breath in. Exhale fully. Walk those hands back to center. And walk those hands over to the right side of your mat. You can always grab a block and bring it nearby. Breathe into your body. Let it release. Walk those hands back to center. Bend into both of those knees. Sink those hips nice and low. Maybe bring those forearms up onto your thighs. Shifting that pelvis down and forward, bringing those shoulders back. We're going to go into a little goddess pose. Maybe we bring those hands together to prayer. Big breath in. Exhale. Press into those feet. Straighten those legs. Extend those arms all the way out. Star pose. Bring those hands down to your hips. Heel toe those feet closer together. Good job, my friends. I know that goddess pose it's challenging to some, but I'm super proud of you. All right, come back to your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Feet are about hip width distance apart. We're going to extend all the way up through the crown of our head, bringing those shoulders back and down, those palms facing forward. Spend some time breathing here. Inhale, both those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands to your shins. Make a little flat back here. Exhale, fold forward. Bend into those knees. Slowly roll that spine up. Finding your mountain pose. Come to the top of your mat. Mountain pose. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you press those toes into the mats. Maybe you shift your weight forward so the toes are supporting you, but the heels are still connected. Maybe you shift your weight back so the heels are supporting you. Maybe you can even lift up your toes. Come to bring your whole foot on the mat, all 10 toes, assuming you have 10 toes. And the heels and the balls of your feet. Inhale, both those arms up. Maybe a little back bend feels good here to gently press your pelvis forward. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Hands on your shins, make a nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Bending into those knees, planting those hands on the mat. Step those feet back. Find that down dog once again. This time in your down dog, press your chest towards your thighs and press your hips up and back. Maybe we bend one knee, maybe we straighten one knee. Find your nice breath here in your down dog and then slowly lower those knees down to the mat. That's not too bad, is it? So let's walk our hands, one handprint ahead of us, and then we're going to shift that body forward so that we're in a kneeling plank. You can absolutely tuck your toes and take a full plank here if you want to. But in our kneeling plank, we're going to slowly lower down, pointing our elbows towards our feet, lowering with as much control as we have. Keeping our hands underneath our shoulders, press into our hands, lift our heart, just our heart. Point those knees towards those feet. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Breathe here. Press that body up to your Sphinx pose, bringing those elbows right underneath your shoulders and your hands in front of you. Take a moment here and breathe. Allow your body to just release. Inhale fully, press that belly against the mat. Exhale, melt down just a little bit more. Gently draw those hands underneath your shoulders. Gently press into those hands. Come up to tabletop. But then we're going to scoot forward just enough to come down to a seat. And we're going to grab a hold of this block and bring it about mid-mat for us. Come down to your back. Lay down nice and slow, nice and easy. Don't be afraid to take up space on your mat. Take a moment and breathe here. Reconnect with your body. Inhale, I am loved. Exhale, what came before. Inhale, I trust my inner voice. Exhale, what came before. Bend into those knees. Sort of line your heels up with your hips. The yoga police don't come to your house, so don't worry if it's not exact, but whatever feels about right is fine. And then we're going to press into our feet and lift our hips, and we're going to grab that block and we're going to slide it right underneath our sacrum. And this might require a little wiggling around so you feel fully supported. But once you do, maybe bring your arms out to a T and take a few breaths here on this block, this supported bridge pose. Allow your body to gently melt over the block as you breathe. Full deep breaths, expanding your belly, expanding your chest. Release completely. Maybe we draw our knees to our chest here. Maybe we reach down and hold on to our knees or our shins. As we inhale, feel your belly pressing against the mat. As you exhale, maybe you draw those knees a little bit closer. Extend those feet towards the ceiling. Maybe bring your hands behind your knees and guide your legs in the direction of your head. Now, we're not looking to fold our bodies completely in half, but we are looking for our legs to lean towards our head in that direction. So if holding behind your knees gives you a little bit of extra support, you can absolutely do that. And maybe we roll out our ankles a little bit while we're here. Big breath in. Let it go. Roll out those ankles. Listen to the snaps, crackles, and pops. That's normal. Bend into those knees and straighten those knees. Maybe it feels good to reach those hands up and roll out those wrists and roll out those fingers. Bend into those knees and straighten those knees. And then gently bend those knees. Bring those feet down nice and slow, nice and easy. Let us cross this right ankle over this left knee. Let this right leg feel heavy. And you don't have to do anything else. This is the posture. But if you'd like a little something more, you can lift up on this left leg. You can reach down and hold on to your left thigh. You can hold on to your right shin. You can hold on to one of each. You can point your toes. You can flex your feet. You can let them hang dangle. You can draw them closer to your heart. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of your hamstrings. Breathe into your body here. Big full breath in and let it go. Slowly lower that left foot down. Slowly lower that right foot down. And then we're just going to switch sides. So cross this left ankle over this right knee. Let that left thigh feel heavy. And if you'd like a little something more from this, you can lift up on that right knee. You can reach down. You can hold on to that right thigh or even that left shin. You can point your toes. You can flex your toes. Whatever you want to do, you can let them hang and dangle. That's okay too. That's what I'm doing today. But we're looking for a lovely stretch right in that back hamstring over there. Big breath in. Let it go. Slowly lower that foot down. Slowly lower the other foot down. Find yourself in your supported bridge pose once again. You may really enjoy extending your legs in an extended bridge pose. That might open up those psoas muscles in the front a little bit more. So if you feel good doing this, do this. If not, then go ahead and bend your knees, whichever feels right for you. But we're going to take a couple full deep breaths here. Inhaling, feeling that belly expand, that heart rising towards the ceiling. Exhale to release, let it all go. One more full deep breath. Exhale to release, let it go. Bend into those knees. Being careful to not fall off your block, it may feel good to gently sway those knees a little bit from side to side. Not getting crazy. We're not trying to bring the knees all the way down to the floor. Just a gentle sway from side to side might give you a nice little compression massage in your lower back. That might feel incredible. So spend some time breathing here. Send love to that lower back. Inhale, I am worthy. Release what came before. Let go of that old energy. It doesn't serve you. You don't even like it. So just let it go. Invite new, fresh energy with big, full breath in. Exhale to release. Let go of that old. Gently return to stillness here. And then press into those feet. Lift up on those hips. Grab that block. Slide it out from underneath of you. And slowly lower your spine all the way down to the floor. Spread those feet a little wider, maybe as wide as the mat, and start to sway those knees from side to side. This time, get real dramatic with it. Let those knees come all the way down as if they're going to come all the way down to the floor. Let that hip lift up. And next time we find our knees over on the right side of that mat, we can let them come all the way down. Gently press your pelvis towards that right side of the mat and then point that left knee towards that lower right corner. Extend your arms out to a T and turn your head over to the left. Find this reclined twist here. Take a few moments and breathe into your body, sending love and positivity all throughout. And exhaling to release old negative energy that you don't need anymore. Let it go. You are so valuable and you are so wonderful. Do not let this old energy just hang on to you and drag you down. Let it go. Big full breath in and release. Melt down on the floor. One more full big breath in. Exhale to release. Tighten up on those tummy muscles and draw those knees back to center. Draw that gaze back to center and continue swaying those knees from side to side. We're eventually going to work our way to the other side. So finding your way there slowly but surely. Eventually those knees will come down to the left-hand side of your mat. Press your pelvis towards that left side of your mat. Point that right knee towards that lower left corner of your mat. Maybe turn your head to the right, bringing your arms out to a T, finding that reclined twist on this side. Take a few moments and breathe into your body. Inhale to renew. Exhale to release. Let all that old stuff go. Inhale fully and deeply. Exhale to release. Let it go. Start to tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw those knees back to center. Draw that gaze back to center. And extend those legs. Take up some space on your mat. Maybe those feet splay out to the side. Maybe your arms are out to a T. Maybe those palms are facing up to encourage that heart to stay open and maybe to receive some new energy. Send your body into rest. Give yourself permission to let go. Tell those glutes they can let go. Tell those quads they can let go. Release the lower back. Release the shoulders. Soften that space in between your eyebrows. Unclench your jaw. Start to return to your body. Big breath in. Let it go. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe lick your lips and swallow. Inhale fully. Maybe draw those arms up over your head. Give yourself a yummy Sunday morning stretch. Maybe you point your toes and you reach your fingers. Exhale fully. Bend into those knees. And then draw your body over to one side, whatever side is fine. Finding your fetal posture, curling your knees up, snuggling in with yourself. Take a big breath here. Send that breath all the way around your body, scooping up any old energy that's still lingering around and exhaling to release it. Let it go. Slowly start to press yourself up. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Finding yourself in your easy, comfortable seat once again. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe we close our eyes. Maybe we focus on our breath just a little bit here. And draw your palms together to touch right at your heart center. And we bring honor to the beautiful culture that gave us yoga, and we recite, "The light in me sees and honors the light in you." Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's stretch, and I hope your back feels so much better. And if you enjoyed yoga like this, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be glad to make more videos like this. And please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell. It'll let you know every time I post a new stretch. And be sure, if you'd like to, follow me on all social media. I'm known as Gvon Cupcake everywhere. I'd love to have you follow me. And I'd like to thank A Little Twisted Yoga Studio for giving me such a wonderful place to practice. I encourage you to go out of your home and check out your local yoga studios, but I am always going to be here for you at home. And until then, take care of each other. Bye-bye.